Welcome back everyone. Meet Emmy, my gorgeous, super excited model for today. We're going to be doing her Belle look today and we'll do her Bombshell later on. So here's her Belle look. It's very simple. All the colors on her face are kind of inspired by the neck piece she's wearing, which is by Perfect Melange. So there's a lot of brown and cream and some bronze going on. And so yeah, let's get right to it. I started off with her face, well actually not her face, her brows. So first I threaded her eyebrows to get rid of all the unwanted hair around her ideal brow shape. I trimmed her brows and then started off with her face. So first I primed her skin with Embryolisse Le Crème Concentrée, and that's just a great moisturizer, kind of moisturizer primer 2-in-1. Then I highlighted the center of her face with some stick foundation from Black Opal, which I'm patting on with a wedge, a dry wedge. I just patted that on in the center of her face. Then I started blending out the edges, and then I'm going to go in with her own shade of foundation, and I'm using the same damp beauty blender and patting motions, and I'm just going to pat that on throughout her face and also over the edges of the highlights so everything starts to blending together. I also applied some of the highlights over her eyelids. The eyeshadow I'm using on her lids is a very light color, and I'm not using an eyeshadow primer, so yeah, that's why I went over that. Then of course I pat through everything to get to this kind of seamless blend, and then we can start setting. I set the center of her face with RCMA No color powder. This is my favorite powder at the moment for setting the face, especially the highlight, because it doesn't change the color of what you've blended underneath. It keeps it just as is. I contoured her face with Sleek Contour Kit. This is an old-time favorite and it's budget friendly, so why not? And I'm using a flat precision blush brush from Delium Tools to apply that. I also brought that down the sides of her nose with the same brush. Now with a flat top brush, also from Delium Tools, I'm now applying her own shade of powder over the rest of her face, and I like to use the same shade between the other shades to kind of blend them together, so between the highlights and the contour and things like that. Onto her eyes, I'm starting off in her crease with Blazing from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm sure you've noticed I use these eyeshadows a lot, Blazing and Hot Chocolate as well. Together I think that they're the ideal kind of crease colors that you would be able to use on almost every woman of color for a very wide variety of looks, as I'm sure you've noticed here. So first I used Blazing, which is a warm lighter brown, and then in the inner corner of the crease I'm using Hot Chocolate, which is a darker, cooler shade of brown, and this is what I'm using to intensify her crease. And I'm using a triangular brush from the London Brush Company. On her eyelid, I'm now patting on some beige eyeshadow, and this one is from Peggy Sage Paris. I'm just patting that on throughout her eyelid, and I've raised this slightly above her crease because she has small eyes naturally, small eyelid space, and I'm trying in this look to kind of create the effect of bigger eyes, so that's why I went above her natural eyelid space. I filled in her brows with Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and this one is in chocolate, and I'm just gradually filling the brows to make them slightly fuller. This is her Belle look, so I'm trying to keep it very natural, very soft, so I'm not going for super dark, you know, super bold brows here by keeping them very soft. I cleaned up her brows with stick foundation from Black Opal, same one I used to highlight her face, and then I'm going to pat it with my finger to blend it in, making sure I don't drag it too far down so it doesn't interfere with the eyeshadow. To line her upper lash line, I used Jordana liquid liner, and this is the color Envy one. It dries matte and it's very dark, so I'm going to use that to create a winged liner. You already know I start small and build till it's just the way I want. The lashes are number 702 from Creme. These are some of my favorite lashes at the moment. I really like this shape. It's great on its own as she's going to wear it in this look, and it's also a good second lash to double up with something else. I applied Maybelline Great Lash Mascara on her own lashes, top and bottom. And on her waterline, some black eyeliner from Provoke. I really like this pencil. It's nice and soft and dark and intense. It reminds me of the Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last eyeliner pencil in black points. Anyway, moving on to her lips. I'm keeping her lips really close to the color combo you will see in the neck piece she's wearing. So first, I lined her lips with Senna Cosmetics lip liner in Spice, which is it's a brown, but it's a kind of a rusty brown shade. So I used that to line her lips, blended it in towards the center of her lip. Then I filled the center of her lip with OCC Lip Tar in Covet, which is just a beautiful nude beige shade. I blended that into the lip liner, and then I'm going to apply some feathered lip tar, also from OCC, to the very center of her lip, and that's in white. And I'm just going to apply that to the center of the lip and blend it out, and that just creates an even more pronounced ombre effect. And I'm using the Delim Tools Dagger brush in this one. If you noticed, I've mentioned this brush before. Finally, MAC lip gloss over her lip, just to create that luscious, kissable lips look. Her blush is Ginger from Black Opal. And then I used some highlighter on the apples of her cheeks. And the highlight I'm using in this video is from Magnolia Makeup, and this is Soul Glow. I like to take my time with the highlighter so I don't overdo it. And yeah, finally a gorgeous dark brown Gele head wrap to finish the look, and we're all done. I really like this look. I like how soft and understated it is, and I love the effect the really long lashes and the highlights add to this look. It's really pretty and very, soft without overdoing anything. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you stick around and check out some of our other videos, especially the other videos in this series, and subscribe to the channel, okay? Subscribe. All the products used in this video marked with the purple star are available at our studio. I'll see you guys in a few days for her bombshell look.